Well, next year we have several sidewalks planned throughout the city, and some of those areas that we're looking at building sidewalks are along Ellis Boulevard, from where the roundabout is on Tanner Bridge over to Highway 54. That's another busy commercial area. We're looking at doing an extension on Boonville Road with sidewalks. Today there is some sidewalk on Boonville Road, but then it stops, and the rest of Boonville Road does not have sidewalks, so we're looking at an extension there. Also on Missouri Boulevard, we have phase 2 of the Missouri Boulevard sidewalk project that will go from Heisinger out to where the Coles development is at Stone Ridge there today. So those are 3 sidewalk projects for next year that we're very much looking forward to.
And the costs, like per foot or per mile?
It's about $40 a square yard is an average of what the total costs are. So it's fairly expensive, but and in the neighborhoods we build the sidewalks 5 foot wide.
For that sidewalk?
You know, people are really using it. It's kind of going back to that, if you build it, they will come. Well, I think when you're driving down Missouri Boulevard, you are aware that there are pedestrians in the vicinity, but when you build sidewalks, it's pretty amazing how many people are using those sidewalks now.
For instance, like if you drive out Truman, you'll see a sidewalk in front of one place and then the other place doesn't have it. How does that happen?
Well, Jefferson City's had a patchy history with sidewalks. We've had periods in our history where we've required sidewalks to be constructed when a new building goes up, for example. And we've had times when we haven't required that. Well, since the 2000s, we've required developments to install sidewalks, and so that's what you're seeing. The newer developments that were constructed in the 2000s have sidewalks there.
Are we ever going to see a connection between them?
We are. We do intend to connect those sidewalks through either capital improvements programs or transportation enhancement programs when we can.
Okay. And then this issue's come up lately with waivers too.
Yes. Well, you know, there are those locations in Jefferson City that are beyond what you might think of the urban core and maybe outside of an area where you would think you would find a lot of pedestrians. And in the beginning, when we first reinitiated the sidewalk requirement, we did require those businesses to put in sidewalks. We've got a little pushback on that, and understandably so, because a property that's building a new building out in Algoa, for example, today, perhaps that demand for sidewalks isn't quite there yet. So why not give that business a waiver or a deferral on those sidewalks until we have the demand, the pedestrian demand for those facilities. So we do have a program where we offer deferrals, and we've offered quite a few of them for situations like that.
Are there areas where a shoulder might serve just as well as a sidewalk, or even better?
Yes, I think so. We're in the process of looking at our infrastructure codes. You know, typically in a city you expect there to be curb and gutter and sidewalk. But in some areas that are on the edge, we have shoulders. We don't have curb and gutter. We may have a stormwater swale. But we still want to be able to accommodate a pedestrian in those situations. So in 2011, when the city adopted a livable streets policy, that encourages us to look for locations where we can still accommodate a pedestrian, but perhaps not have to go to a curb and gutter situation.